Hi, this is Shanda Sullivan at Sullivan Financial Strategies, and thank you for joining me for week number 2 of the New Year's Money Challenge. Last week we talked about paying yourself first, which is saving money on a regular basis to prepare for emergencies, vacations, or other unexpected expenses. This week I want to talk about increasing your income because maybe you don't have the extra money in your budget to regularly save. So this is a great way to temporarily fund your savings account, and maybe you'll find something that you like to do on a regular basis. I want to talk to you about some ways to increase your income that maybe you've heard of, but you just haven't thought about in a while. So the first thing is to house sit or pet sit. I have a friend that at one time, the company that we worked for, she was known for the person to go to if you were on vacation to take care of your house or your pets. And she had fun at it too. Another thing is to have a garage sale. We all have tons of stuff that we don't need or we don't use anymore. So now's the time to go through your closets, go through your garages, and start finding stuff that you can sell. You can make $200 to $500 easily in a 2-day time period having a garage sale. Just make sure you price your items to sell and not necessarily what you think they're worth. People will buy when they think it's a bargain. So you can actually make more money by pricing your items lower than what you would pricing them higher, trying to make more money. You can also sell your items online, eBay, Craigslist, Facebook, TradeUp.com, all kinds of places. You can also sell items at consignment stores or consignment sales like just between friends. You can also get a part-time job. I know nobody wants to do that particularly, but it can be a temporary situation. Work for 6 months, put everything you make into a savings account, boom, you're done. Just don't work at a place where you tend to shop, because then you might be tempted to spend most of the income you make on things for yourself or your family. You can also rent a room, not just monthly and have someone permanently live there, but you can rent your room on a nightly or a weekly basis, especially if you live in a tourist town or a tourist suburb. Now I want to cover some techniques that maybe you hadn't considered before. So there's a lot of unclaimed property. In fact, millions of dollars. These are life insurance proceeds, bank accounts that were abandoned, or maybe inheritance, or even state tax refunds. So you can go online and search for unclaimed property, and I recommend you do this on an annual basis to see if there's anything out there that you can claim. If you like to drive around a lot, you don't like to be home a lot, or maybe you live in a big city, you can also be an Uber or a Lyft driver to make some extra cash. You can get paid to shop by signing up for things like Walmart Savings Catcher or ebates.com or even uPromise. So check out those links to earn some extra cash. Now, perhaps you get a huge refund in April for your taxes. You might consider adjusting your withholding, because that will allow you to take home more on your weekly paychecks. Just if you do this, be sure and get advice from your tax professional or your financial planner before you make any changes to your W-4. You can also wrap your car with an advertisement. People actually get paid for this. So it's not just the business owners that are driving around advertising cars. You can make up to $400 a month just by willing to wrap your vehicle in an advertisement. Now, when you think about making extra money, think about something that you love to do. For instance, if you love taking pictures, consider selling your pictures online. If you love blogging, what about creating a blog site and having advertisers advertise on your website, and you can get paid from those advertisers? What about opening an online store if you love crafting, if you love woodworking, anything unique like that that's homemade jellies, homemade soap, you can sell online too. If you're an avid reader, then you can sell your books online. Or if you're a student, sell your textbooks online. Get that money back. You can also do odd jobs and list them on websites like Fiverr.com or TaskRabbit or even Craigslist. So the possibilities are endless again, thanks to the internet. Just do a search on ways to make money. do a search on different hobbies. Maybe there's hobbies out there that you had forgotten about that you could make money off of. Now, most of the suggestions that I've given you today, I'll have websites that you can go to research each one of these. And that's going to be on my blog on my website at sullivanfinancialstrategies.com. You can also find last week's episode of Pay Yourself First on my website as well. Now, I do want to cover a few things that I don't think are really good ideas to increase your income. So the first one is to play the lottery or to visit the casino. I know it can be fun and exciting, but statistics show that it's basically a money waster, unfortunately. Also, don't sign up to get a payday loan. Now, I know that most people don't do this to pad their savings account. They do it to get out of debt. But I did want to bring it up because the interest rates can be as high as 1,000%. So just don't get yourself in that situation. Another thing is to borrow against your 401k or to tap into your IRA. Doing that, number one, can trigger taxes and penalties, especially if you have a 401k loan and you quit your job or you're terminated. A lot of times that has to be paid back immediately, or it's considered a distribution, which then again is taxable and you get a penalty as well. Also, don't sign up for a sales opportunity where it sounds too good to be true. Most of the time, it is going to be too good to be true. So, I hope that you've enjoyed these tips. And again, I look forward to talking to you next week. We will be talking about budgeting and about apps that you can use to make budgeting actually more painless than what you may think it is. So I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to talking to you next week. Bye-bye.